If you've stumbled across this message today, there's a reason. The timing isn't random, it's perfect. Because something incredible is starting to unfold in your life, and your guardian angels want you to be ready for it. Something amazing is coming, so wonderful, in fact, that you won't know what to do when everyone starts recognizing your worth. The angels say, people are talking about you. And before your mind jumps to fear or doubt, take a breath, because it's not in a negative way. In fact, it's the opposite. Your name is coming up in conversations filled with admiration and warmth. People are reflecting on who you are, the way you treat others, and how deeply your presence has affected them. Think about that for a moment. How many lives you've touched just by being yourself. That time you checked in on someone who seemed off. The way you offered encouragement when no one else noticed they were struggling. Those moments might have felt small to you, but they were unforgettable to someone else. You may never know the full impact of your words or your presence, but rest assured, the people around you have noticed. They've carried pieces of your kindness with them, replayed your advice in quiet moments, and felt safer simply because you existed in their world. It might be hard to believe, especially if you've struggled with self-doubt. But just because you've learned to live with doubt doesn't mean it belongs there. Think about how much you've grown, even when no one was watching. You kept going, even when your inner voice whispered you weren't enough. That's not weakness, that's resilience. How often do you stop to recognize that strength? The world might only now be catching up to your worth, but you've been building it quietly all along. Your consistency, your heart, your quiet loyalty. That's what people are finally waking up to. Maybe you're used to being overlooked. Maybe you assume that if people are talking about you, it must be something bad. But not this time. There's nothing but love behind their words. The world doesn't always highlight kindness. It often overlooks quiet strength. But you've been shining in your own way, and now others are starting to notice. They see the way you show up, the way you care, the way you bring comfort without needing attention. You may not hear all of this praise directly, but it's happening. You might notice it in the way someone lights up when you walk into a room, or how they lean in when you speak, like your words carry the weight they've been needing. These aren't coincidences. They're signs, little confirmations that your energy makes people feel more at ease, more grounded, more understood. Have you ever considered how rare that is? Not everyone has that effect, but you do, and maybe it's time you allowed yourself to see it not as arrogance, but as evidence that who you are is quietly powerful. And if you listen closely, if you stay present instead of pulling away, you'll begin to notice it. A kind word here, a look of respect there. People appreciate you, often without you even realizing it. The next time you're in a group setting, try not to fade into the background. You don't need to be loud to be seen. Your presence speaks volumes without needing to fight for space. But sometimes all it takes is a small shift, a bit more eye contact, an open posture, and a willingness to stay present when someone speaks your name. Don't underestimate how magnetic that is. You already draw people in with your sincerity. Let that be enough. You don't need to perform to be noticed. You just need to allow your light to show even just a little more. Instead, pay attention. Don't be surprised if you catch someone saying something beautiful about you. You've earned every word of it. I repeat, Something amazing is coming, so wonderful, in fact, that you won't know what to do when everyone starts recognizing your worth. And you need to hear it, because sometimes we all need reminders, especially when we're too used to being our own worst critic. You've probably spent a lot of time focusing on your flaws, but others, they see your heart, they see your strength, they see how deeply you care and how real you are. They see someone who shows up even when it's inconvenient, someone who listens with intention and speaks with honesty. And while you may not always feel seen, the truth is that your presence is unforgettable. Not because you try to stand out, but because you show up with heart every single time. You make people feel seen, safe, supported, and that kind of energy doesn't go unnoticed forever. You are not someone people forget. You've probably had moments where someone opened up to you without knowing why, where they told you things they hadn't planned to share. That's not accidental. It's because you carry an energy that feels safe. You listen without judgment. You make people feel like they matter, even when they don't have the words to ask for it. And maybe you've brushed it off as just being nice or polite, but it's more than that. It's rare, and it's deeply healing to others. That's why people remember you, even if you don't always remember those moments yourself. Your presence leaves a mark, and it's time you believe that. So don't let your modesty convince you you're not worthy of praise. Let the love and admiration others have for you fill in the spaces where self-doubt once lived. Let it lift you the way you've lifted others. Because you've been the reason someone smiled on a hard day, the calm voice when things felt chaotic, the reminder that goodness still exists in the world. That kind of presence leaves ripples. It changes people. So now, let that kindness you've poured into others circle back to you. You deserve that same softness, that same grace. Let it find its way to you now, and don't resist it when it does. You've been carrying so much alone, responsibilities, worries, silent hopes. But you've done it with grace, even when it felt heavy. And now, the universe is responding. Not just with words of affirmation, but with people who see you clearly, people who want to lift you the way you've lifted them. So when this wave of recognition comes, and it will, don't shrink from it. Don't dismiss it or downplay it. Accept it. Let it wash over you. Let it remind you that your light has always been visible. It's just that now, others are finally learning how to see it. You are appreciated, you are admired, and you are more impactful than you've ever allowed yourself to believe. This concludes the message from your guardian angels. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, open their heart to receive the recognition and love that has long been waiting to find them. Let their quiet strength be honored, and their hidden kindness returned in ways that restore their faith in themselves. May they embrace the truth of their worth without fear and step into this next season with courage and peace. Amen. Now is the time to believe it. Because of everything that's coming your way, you deserve every bit of it. And when it arrives, don't hesitate. Embrace it fully. Accept it with open arms, because this moment is yours. Type 600 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?